Hello and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a very long time since I filmed one of these videos where I sit up in my tree and just talk about whatever's on my mind lately. I think I have a lot to talk about, but at the same time I don't really know what I have to say. So I'm kind of just winging this whole video and just gonna talk off the top of my head about, I guess, a bunch of different stuff. So I wanted the main topic of this video to be sort of a reflection on my second year of college. I just finished my sophomore year, and I don't know, just talk about how it was for me, and then also talk about this summer and what I've been up to and how I'm feeling about life and YouTube and just stuff that I'm doing. I guess I'll start with school. So I started to make these tree chat videos after the end of my freshman year. My freshman year of college was definitely the worst year of my life by far. It was just horrible in so many ways and for so many different reasons. And it was definitely a period of time that I just felt like the rest of my college experience was going to be like that, and unless I made some like big changes or like stuff really turned around for me. So I've talked about it in my other tree chats. I think my first one was basically like why my freshman year was so bad, and then I made another one called Why I'm So Lonely, and then I made a third one about my state of mind right before I went back to school for sophomore year. Now that I'm done my second year of school, I mean, things changed so much, and definitely in a lot of good ways, but a lot of the same things that were making me really sad, or a lot of the problems that I had freshman year, continued. And those main problems still aren't fixed or haven't gotten better. It's just that a lot of other stuff around those issues did change and helped me feel happier at school. I think I was right to feel really scared to go back to school last summer because, I don't know, it was just like every time I'd think about going back, especially after my freshman year was just so horrible, it's just not motivating. You don't feel excited. And I think my biggest problem with school in general, and this started senior year of high school, was I was never excited about college. I was never that kid who had a dream school, and I was never that person who was like super into the whole idea of being a college student and living away from home and all that stuff. I don't know, it just never got me super jazzed even thinking about it, let alone having to apply to schools, pack all my stuff, move away, be lonely for like an entire year. It ended up sucking just as much as I thought it would, and pretty much worse than I thought it would. Right now, where I am, it's like I don't love school, and there's a lot of things about where I go to school that I don't like, but a lot of the things that were making it so hard to like school, even in the slightest last year, have changed sophomore year. So I have an amazing group of friends now. Like, they're some of my favorite people in the entire world, and they're just like, I don't know, if I hadn't met all of them, then I'd probably still be complaining about school just as much. So to all my friends at school, you guys know who you are if you're watching, and if you're a long-time viewer, then you probably know a lot of them too, because I have a whole series where we just do shenanigans and weird stuff. So I don't know, having them as a support group, people to talk to, people to hang out with literally every single day, made being at school just 1,000 times better. So that's all I can say about what made school so much better, was literally all my friends. So thank you. But a lot of what made school still so hard hasn't changed. Freshman year I went through a horrible breakup, and it's been a long ass time and I'm still sad about it. Here I am. Can't say anything's changed in that department, but I don't know, it's like the longevity of my sadness over that breakup has really put into perspective like the type of person I am and how much I care about relationships I have with people, and how like sentimental I am, and how sensitive I am too. I'm feeling like, especially this month, like this summer, I'm feeling like a huge wave of change is coming over my life. Like, I don't know why, because nothing super drastic is changing that I know of. It's not like I'm moving, it's not like I'm going to a different school, it's not like I have met new people, like nothing big has really changed around me, but I just feel this sense of change coming. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Especially this summer, I've just been feeling so out of tune with myself in terms of like channeling my creativity and being as driven as I usually am, because I wanted to come home for summer vacation and get back onto making 2 videos every single week, Monday, Friday, uploading all the time, just making videos that I really like, because that's exactly what I did last summer. I came home and it was like I made some of the videos that are still to this day my favorite projects that I've done. And I don't know, I'm honestly just kind of disappointed in myself that I've been slacking, and I can't really put a finger on why. And it's not like I'm not trying to make videos or I just sit around all day. It's like I have a list of ideas, I have time set aside to do it, and still it's like I just can't get myself to make things that I'm proud enough to put out and share with you all and put my name on. So that's something I'm working on, because I do want to use my time while I'm home. Like, when I'm here, I feel the most creative. I feel like I'm in the safest place to just do whatever I want in terms of like the content that I'm making on YouTube. And I feel like I have the most resources too. Like, I have my entire neighborhood and just so many places and my whole garage to like build stuff and just do whatever I want, that it feels like not taking advantage of this time to be creative and make videos is like I'm just being lazy and wasteful. And I talked about this in my video where I went and visited the treehouse. But yeah, I wanted June to be like, okay, June 1st, I'm gonna just start making videos again, like cut it out and just start making videos. But I don't know, it's like I just can't get my rhythm back or something. It's weird. So that's something I'm working on, and I want to try a few different stuff and like just get back on track. So this whole summer has just been weird. Like, I feel just like I'm floating around in space, and I'm just like, time's just passing by. Like, it's just so weird. But I'm trying to figure everything out and get back to, I don't know, like a routine. So if I figure it out and that happens, you'll know, because I'll be uploading more consistently and hopefully videos that I'm really proud of. So yeah, but I did want to do this video too, because I haven't had a solid chunk of time to myself where I've just sort of talked or thought about my sophomore year and how I'm feeling about life in general. So, like I said, my breakup was a huge thing that made freshman year just really hard for me. And even before I had the breakup, it was like just being long distance in a relationship, that sucked. And it was just really sad to feel like something I cared about so much was just slipping through my fingers, and I couldn't really do anything about it because I was so far away. And I don't know, it's something that a lot of people go through, but it doesn't make it any less difficult when you're living in it. So yeah, that was a huge factor of why things were just rough, and one of the reasons why I'm just still kind of moody, sad, weird about it to this day. I don't know. Another thing that was really hard, and this was mostly at the end of my freshman year, was that I kind of had a falling out with my best friend. And I don't know, it's almost let's see, in a month from now, it will have been a full year of not seeing my friend Jake, who, if you guys have been watching my videos for a long time, you've seen he's been in so many of my videos, and we've been best friends for so many years. And I don't know, it's just something that was really hard to go through and come to terms with, that I've just kind of lost another person that I really cared about. So in the grand scheme of things, having two people that I cared about so deeply sort of just exit my life in a not very pleasurable way was just really hard and sad, and I don't know, it's something I'm still dealing with and something that still gets me down all the time. So, and that's another thing too, it's like, it's hard to feel inspired to do things when you're just kind of sad. And it's not like an overwhelming sadness, like I just am always sad. Like I feel generally and genuinely happier than I was a year ago. And it's amazing to feel that way. But when I take a step back and I think about all the things in my life that I wish were different or that I wish I could change, those two things are always at the top of the list. You know, like, I wish I could have my best friend back. I wish things weren't the way they are, but it's not really anything that I can change because it's not a one-way issue. There's two parties in a relationship, and you have to agree and want the same things, and that's really hard sometimes. Especially on being on the receiving side of the "I don't want to hang out with you anymore" message, which received. I don't know, it's like those two things just always are at the top of the list of what is getting me down or making me feel like, if I think about what would make me super happy, what would make this already beautiful life that I live just even better or near perfect, and that would be to be in a loving relationship and to have a best friend. And I used to have those two things, and now I don't. So that's really hard. But all that aside, I think some of the other things that were getting me down freshman year, I've really started to get used to. Like, ROTC was just horrible freshman year. And it still sucked this year, but it was a lot better. And I owe that to making more friends in the program, getting just more used to the routine and the schedule and the amount of work that goes into it. And I think not being at the bottom of the chain of command, like being a freshman just sucks. You have no chance to lead, you have no chance to really sort of dictate what goes on or how things are run. But being a year older, it was really cool because you got to mentor all the freshmen and show them the ropes, and it was like all the trials that you have to go through in 1 year of ROTC, going through them the second time was so much easier because I already knew what was coming. I already knew what to expect and how hard it would be. So doing it again, it was like freshman year was the trial run, and then sophomore year was just repeating it. And being a sophomore, you're not an upperclassman yet, but it just changes everything. Like, whatever was hard in ROTC freshman year, it was just so much easier sophomore year. And I think going forward, junior year and senior year, it's going to be the same. I think it's just going to keep getting easier. And then next thing I know, it'll be over. Like, I'm already halfway through my entire college career. That's insane. Like, I can't even really wrap my head around it because it feels like I've been in college for an eternity, but it also feels like just yesterday I was still in high school. So it's just a really weird feeling. And another thing that's strange for me to wrap my head around is in less than a month I'm turning 20. And that number has always terrified me because you're just not a teenager anymore. You're like a fully grown adult. Like, it's just weird. And I don't know, I feel like at my heart I'm still a kid. Like, my personality and the things that I like and the way that I see the world and just the things that I like to do. I feel I've never been that super mature, like ahead of my age type of person. Like, I still like going in the woods and riding my bike and skateboarding, and I don't know, it's like just thinking about being a full adult, being 20 years old, it's just weird to me. And that's another thing that I've just been trying to wrap my head around. But back to me feeling like, oh no, it's starting to rain. Okay. Back to me feeling like June and this summer and this month is like a big wave of change for me. I don't know, I've just been feeling different. I feel like there's just some force inside of me saying, like, do something different, make a change. Normally it's the other way around, like, changes are just coming at me and I'm like, whoa, please stop, I freaking hate this. But now I'm feeling like everything's kind of stagnant and calm, and I don't know, I want to do something different. It's weird. I've been thinking lately, what if I cut my hair? What if I just cut all my hair off? Why not? Like, what if I got another tattoo? What if I just completely changed some crazy thing in my life that is like a big deal, but not really a big deal? You know what I mean? It's like, you cut your hair, so what? But at the same time, it's like, whoa, you cut your hair? What the? I don't know how to describe it to the camera, but I don't know. I've just been thinking, like, maybe it's time that I just change something big and just start figuring out who I want to be and how I want to be. Because I think for the longest time I've just been the type of person who picks one thing they really like and just sticks to it. Like, you guys know, I have freaking 10 pair of the same shoe. Like, I just refuse to change things. I've worn my hair exactly like this, ponytail, since I was 4. That's whack. And just every single day of my life, I have a lot of things that I just love to keep the same, and I feel like that's just a sense of security, you know? Jeez, it's really coming down. It's like a sense of security to say, like, oh, there's Lucy, she'll always have the same shoes, always have the same hair, always have the same glasses. Like, you can always count on that, like, no different. And I feel like I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just getting bored with it or something. Like, I just want to do something different. So whatever changes I make, whatever weird stuff happens, just roll with it, because that's what I'm trying to do. But I don't know, maybe I'll get new shoes. What a thought. What a wild statement. Maybe I'll cut my hair, maybe I freaking don't even know what I'll do. But I'm feeling like it's time for a change, and it's time to just roll with the punches and move on from all the crap that's annoying me and all the stuff that's getting me down. Like, I either face it head on and say, like, hey, like, I want this to be different. If you don't want that, okay, bye. If you do, okay. And then tell myself, if there's something you want to change, just do it. Like, stop waiting around and being a wimp about stuff that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. If I cut my hair, it'll grow back. Like, I literally just don't care at this point. I want to not feel constricted by myself. So, I don't know. And I think having sophomore year be so much better and so much more positive, it's like inspiring me to be like, okay, things are constantly changing. Sometimes for the worse, and you feel like your life is ruined, and sometimes for the better, and little changes can be good. So, I don't know. That's how I'm feeling lately, and I don't know if any of that made sense, but I'm just sort of rambling, and that's what these videos are supposed to be. Just me sort of getting things off my chest or processing whatever's in my head. And hopefully for anyone watching, if you feel the same, like if you've had a bunch of bad changes in your life, take control of it and make good changes that you're happy about. Like, if things that you can't control are getting you down, do something that you can control that makes you happy. Because, I mean, that's all we can really do anyway, is just live life and make choices that are good for us and our well-being and our happiness. And yeah, that's, I feel like, the point of everything. Another off-topic thing that doesn't really matter, but it's just kind of cool, is I've lately been like, you know what, I really want to be a mailman. That would be a really cool job. Because right now I work in a restaurant and I bus tables and bring people their food, which is fun, and I've definitely learned a lot there. But now I'm like, you know what, I want to be a mailman. That would be the coolest job ever, and I could drive a little truck around and bring people their mail. And yeah, so if I become a mailman, you'll see a video about it. But just like random stuff that I'm like, that would be cool, I want to do that, I'm just gonna do it. Like, why not? Why just speculate about something and say, you know what would be really cool if I could go to the beach? And then literally last weekend I went to the beach with my family. Like, just do stuff. I don't know, that's my like vibe and what I'm trying to live by this summer, is just do stuff. And hopefully that will roll over to making videos, like just make a video. And here I am, I'm filming a video. I'm proud of myself, pat on the back. But really, that's like how I'm feeling and how I'm trying to be, is a complete like, fuck it, who cares, just do it. I don't know. So I don't know, hopefully this video made some sort of sense. It was all over the place and had, I don't know, no concrete idea of what it was supposed to be. So hopefully it was interesting, and hopefully you could get something out of whatever I talked about. So I'm gonna take everything that I talked about, edit this video, and sleep on it and see how I'm feeling about everything going forward, because I do want to make positive changes. I do want to be the best version of myself. I do want to say, if somebody's gonna fuck me over, so be it. Like, that's your loss, whatever, or you're going through your own shit, like, that's fine. But I don't want it to affect me the way it has been, because it's just no way to live. So I don't know, I think the message for this video is, if you want to make changes, do it. Don't let anyone else control your happiness, and stay hopeful and positive for the future, because if changes come and they suck, most likely changes will come and it'll get better. Because I think I tweeted this like a month ago. I was like, coming up on the first anniversary of me telling myself it can't get any worse. And that was like an interesting thing that I thought about, and I was like, yeah, I hit a low point about a year ago where I was like, alright, things are pretty shit. But then I thought to myself, it can only get better. So I don't know, if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling like things have hit rock bottom, just know it'll only get better. And I don't know, it's a good thing to keep in mind. I've been telling myself that lately. So I'm gonna end it there, because I've been talking for so freaking long and I don't want this video to be like half an hour. So that's that, I'm ending it. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched to the end, leave me a comment down below if you're feeling the same way, or if you have any thoughts on something I could do to change my life and make it better. And video ideas you want to see from me, literally anything. Just leave me a comment down below and we can chat in the comments. I'll try to reply to as many as possible. So yeah, that's that. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you haven't, all that jazz. And follow me on Twitter, because I tweet just things that are on my mind. You never know what's gonna get posted up there. And follow me on Instagram, because I've just been rocking my visor, just wearing it all the time, and you gotta go check out my pictures, so go follow me on Instagram. But that's the entire video. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon with another one. Hopefully one really, really, really soon. So